What's up, YouTube? We're here to finish off Town of Sorrow. Yes, we are. So let's do it. We got, we're in the Silence Ruins, only level 28. Can you believe it, folks?
We're actually going to finish this game at, like, level 35.
That ain't bad. So, yeah, we're going to learn some story, I'm sure. Hope you're ready for my brilliant voice acting again.
Your voice acting is definitely what this game deserves.
I don't know if I'm dead or not. I guess that's true. I mean, since when has Castlevania ever had, like, good story? Although, surprisingly, and I've said it, like, every time we played a Castlevania game, the anime is actually a good story, which is, like, weird. But then again, all you really need for a Castlevania story is Dracula's back. You don't need, like, nonsense. It's just, Dracula's back, hopefully a Belmont is there to take him down. Obviously, this case is a little bit different. It's either, like, Dracula's back, or someone's trying to bring Dracula back, or something similar to Dracula. That's really all you need. Really all you need. Anyway, hope you folks are doing good. It's, by the time you're watching this, it'll be after New Year. Hopefully you had a good New Year. The only game I was looking forward to playing in January was moved back to March. I just found out the other day.
What game is that?
Alone in the Dark, yeah. I still have refused to buy Alan Wake 2. Even though I've heard it's great, and Alan Wake 1 is a top 25 game of all time.
I'm sure it will be discounted, because apparently it's not selling like that well, just because on PC it's Epic Game Store exclusive, on console it's
digital
only. So do not support full-price digital games, dude.
Nope. I literally have never once. I've downloaded, I mean, I have Steam. I've downloaded games. I downloaded Castlevania Advance Collection when it was like $10, and that's a fantastic deal.
Yeah, I'm definitely fine with like digital games if they're, you know, cheap.
Yeah.
I recently got, we said it in the first part, but I recently got a Steam Deck, and I bought a couple Steam games on the autumn sale, and it consisted of stuff like Tales of Berseria for literally $5. So anything that's like under $10 is an unbelievable deal. It's like, it's hard to, you know, complain about that.
Yeah, I've made it this far. I've made it to literally the beginning of 2024. We're recording this at the end of 2023, but the beginning of 2024 without purchasing a full-price digital game, and I don't plan on changing that anytime soon. Full-price digital can
Oh my god,
suck my butt. Ooh, is this something you have to beat?
Oh
my god!
I already farmed the devil before.
Oh, nice.
But there are variants of that. One of the hardest enemies in the game is called an Archdemon, and it's like a palette swap of that thing.
When people, I won't get too far off course, but when people ask me at the store, they're like, oh, it looks like I have some voice acting to do.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Succubus.
Succubus, got it.
Imagine if Yoko was just standing there and making no sense.
Yeah, it would make, I didn't know. Alright, so when people ask me, like, hey, what would you prefer, like, downloading games or buying the discs? I always start by saying, I could not possibly be more biased. But, and I'm like, I want to give you my opinion based, and you should know that I am extremely biased on this. But generally, I'll tell them the same thing. I'm like, I think having both options is great. I think having the option to purchase digitally and the option to purchase physically is great, because sometimes digital will have just crazy sales. Like Steam sales and PlayStation sales and whatever, where you're like, wow, this is just literally... I think, even though I own Resident Evil 2 on PS4, the remake, Ferris downloaded, it on his system for like $4, and I was like, you know what I mean, like that's like whatever, then he doesn't have to mess up my disc, whatever, it's great. But there's a lot of times where the digital versions, and I don't mean to beat a dead horse, are like way more expensive. A great example is Call of Duty. Almost every Call of Duty game is $50 or $60, even if it's like 10 years old. And the reason they get away with it is they'll do the Gold Edition with all the DLC and all the stuff, and they're like, hey, Call of Duty World War II Gold Edition. Which is great if you want to do literally everything with the game. But if you just want to play the dang game, the physical copy is like $10. And That's an absurd difference to me. And if you have a digital PS5, or if you only purchase games digitally, you are limiting yourself. I am legitimately all for giving people the most options, and Sony wants everyone to go digital, and Activision and all them, so they can be like, hey, now that everyone's all digital, all Call of Duty games are always $60, always forever.
That is why digital-only consoles, like, the advantage of digital on PC is that there's a lot of competition, and Steam has, like, actually good sales, but an all-digital console is the worst of both worlds. It's the limitation of consoles and the price gouging of consoles.
Right, yeah, and sometimes
digital games. I mean.
To be completely fair, sometimes.
Wow, I got earnest on this.
Sometimes Sony, I don't have Microsoft, but sometimes Sony will have a sale on the PlayStation Plus, and there'll be pretty good stuff. If you're a PlayStation Plus member, you get this off and this off, and it's good. But that's not all the time, and that's not always, and I still have that conversation even late in 2023. Like I said, I'll be as honest as I can with people. I'm like. I just talked to a lady last night. She was like, should I get this a disc or should I download it digitally? And I'm like, well, I don't know how much it is digitally, but I told her that if the person ends up not liking it or wants to return it or wants to trade it or whatever, then you have that option. And she was like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Clearly she does not know anything about gaming, and she just got a PS5 for her whoever it was.
So I have to do the two last hardest grinds of the game, which includes this thing, the Alice Store, and the final guard.
Let's go.
And these are so scary. I'm using an armor with 20 defense. This thing hits me, it's going to take 150. So I really hope I get this. Not first try.
But soon.
But this is just a really scary grind. And this is the only good room with an Alistor in it here.
Is there a close save spot just in case?
I do have healing, so...
Oh, okay.
It's not like a...
Yeah, that you're gonna just straight up die.
And using Manticore here will probably hit the Alistor just by itself. I'm looking for a blue soul. That's Mushushu. That's actually the Manicore palette swap, but it's worse because it does less damage but inflicts poison. I did not get it. But everything is resistant to poison. Hardly anything. It's such a pointless status ailment to have.
That's rough.
And the fact that you get this, the Manicore is in the second area in the game, and you get this variant in the second to last area in the game, it's come on, dude. This is not worth that much.
I guess the next game I'm gonna pick up is gonna be FF7 Rebirth then. Oh, nice! Let's go! I keep kind of forgetting that that's literally leap year day. I'm pretty sure they made it February 29th.
Okay. So this is even... It's actually not as hard because I can just back company over it, fly over it. But this thing on hard mode, I'll show you how much damage I do with Dane's Leaf. 5.
Holy crap.
So the only reasonable way to do this is with Yorick.
Right.
And trying to do this in front of him is nearly impossible.
Is this your second grind?
Yeah.
What does a speedrun do for this? Does it just literally have to grind?
They just don't do this.
Oh, so they just strong arm. Oh yeah, that's right. You had the other ability from last time. The one that makes you. Oh no!
So
the one that makes you a glass cannon.
So first of all, yes, I think the speedrun does get Devil. The other thing is that when you're doing a speedrun, you don't play on hard mode. Hard mode is basically New Game Plus, so that's just a dead category. So when you're playing on normal, you don't have to worry about having a god tier sword as much. In fact, having just pretty basic stuff is more than enough for the speedrun. But if I go into wow, I just got another one. If I go into the final boss without the Clam Slayus, I am going to get BTFO so hard you cannot believe it. So this is kind of roundabout. I'm going to backtrack, and I have everything for the Clam Slayus right now. But it's 1000% worth doing.
Yeah, I have a feeling I would not enjoy this game as much as the GBA one, simply because all the good items utilize souls, and I like to complete games 100%.
Yeah,
so I would want to get everything, but like grinding souls over and over again. I mean, grinding souls in Aria of Sorrow was quite annoying. Aria of Sorrow. Yeah, you get the souls.
So
but getting multiple? Oh.
The thing about Aria of Sorrow is that it does have the same problem where everything has abysmally low soul drops, but they actually give you weapons. But this game has really bad soul drops and doesn't give you any weapons. Hi, what is going on?
Yeah, just brutal. Like, there are some things that I'm okay with, like, you know, not everything should have an equal drop, but if you know what something is, like, 5% I feel should be the absolute minimum on any sort of game that has drops. Because otherwise you're just, like, grinding on, like, an MMO, you know, just, like, over and over again. Oh, I finally got the thing I need. It's like, is that really how you want to spend your time? And for me, the answer is no.
Yeah. And like I said in the first part, this game has so much potential, but I think just some very questionable decisions just kind of didn't ruin this game, but really limited it.
Aranus!
I'm just killing everything in my way, just so I can get maybe, hopefully, a level or two.
Yeah, I didn't see how close you were to a level. That's nice, at least having the second screen. You don't constantly have to press start to be like, how close am I? How much does this give?
Pretty close to a level.
Oh yeah, 1,000. Yes! We did it. We knocked the snow off. Hey, baby.
Hey, Yoko. Okay, here we go. We're doing it. Dragonazo, very rare soul. Okay. Gurgoth, that's a boss soul, so that's a gimme. But that does mean that you have to finish Gurgoth to get to this point. Final Guard, one of the worst grinds in the vanilla game. I cannot believe I got it first try here, but it is just an unbelievable amount of time to get that. And then Alistor. And we did it. We have the claim. So do you remember in...
Look at it.
Do you remember in Aria of Sorrow, where the claim had ridiculous reach and it auto-canceled in the air, and it was awesome? And that's it's been nerfed to oblivion.
Aww.
It also doesn't give all the stat ups from the original Aria. And
whoa, did it just make it disappear to another dimension or something?
It has holy damage, which is what that clink sound is.
Well, when you hit it, like a flash of light appeared.
Yeah.
It's like, ah!
That's holy damage. Very few weapons in the game have holy damage.
Well, is that considered the ultimate weapon in the entire game, then?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
It's also nice because it's one of the earliest, like the highest grade ascension that you can have for, like, a weapon. A lot of the other souls, like the best katana, the best sword, short sword, you have to get, like, souls in the Abyss, which is the last area in the game. And at that point, it's like, what's the point? You have to grind, like, a Malakoda for the Muramasa, which is the best katana. And at that point, you have 2 bosses left. And it's like, okay, I have the best katana, but I have nothing to use it on. And also, katanas are trash on Menace, the final boss.
Ooh, Menace. Menacingly! I'm ready for more story.
Going back.
I have a feeling we're getting there.
Actually, no story for a little bit. We're going to get the soul required for the true ending.
How do they hint it in this game?
There's nothing cool like in Aria, where you get the 3 books throughout the game.
Do they just tell you?
I'll show you the room. I don't know how to explain it.
Okay.
You just come to a room, there's 3 pillars that have the souls on it.
Understood. Okay, interesting. Succubus, no!
There's like 8 succubuses in here, but I'm just killing them. Getting one more level.
Yeah, they give you 300 apiece.
And at least now, like, I'm doing decent damage. Actually, I don't need to worry about soul drops at all anymore, so... Black belt me. Oh! Hey, I got the rare drop, thank you.
Thanks, I forget what the name of this, whatchamacallit is, ROM hack, but thanks, this ROM hack.
Yeah. The definitive edition,
That's it.
the only thing that they do is that every point of luck is an extra 0.1% for the drop tables for both souls and items. But when you get like 20 luck, that means every drop has at least a 2% drop in addition to its regular like table drop. And that's really all it does, but it makes a huge difference. Because in the vanilla game, luck does change drops, but it is such a minuscule amount. Like, if you max out, if you, like, use Cheat Engine and get 99 luck, a 0.5 drop will, like, change it to, like, a 0.6% drop.
Yeah,
It is so garbage.
I kind of remember that being a thing in Arya, too. I looked that up and was like, oh, so luck doesn't mean a single thing?
Yeah, I think Arya, like, it's literally useless. Okay, so you come to this room, and you need to have the souls for it.
Okay, I like this.
I don't think it's as cool as searching the entire castle in Arya.
It's a little bit more direct. I
yeah.
get it.
Pillar Clan.
But it shows you exactly what they are.
Yeah.
Kind of neat.
And we go back.
I love when they choose the enemies. They're just the most random. It's like, hey, did you fight a killer clown? Did you get the soul?
Yeah, what is it in Arya? It's Succubus, Giant Bat, and I forget what the red soul is. Oh, Flame Demon.
Yeah, and...
Those are cooler.
Yeah, they're definitely cooler.
I want... I guess...
But also in Arya, you have to find those hidden books, and then they give you hints that are, like, very English translated, that you're like, I don't understand what this is telling me. Like, it's not so obvious where it's like, get the soul of the giant bat, but you're like, I literally do not understand what this is saying.
I don't remember. I kind of remember just telling you what the soul is, but I might be misremembering.
I don't think so. I might be wrong there. It's been a couple months since I played it at this point. Ooh.
Oh, mirror boss.
So what would you do if you didn't have those 3 souls?
You'd fight, what's-his-face in the, Dracula room, and then you would die. Or you get the bad ending.
Who do you... Dario? You fight Dario? Oh,
yeah.
Dario, okay.
It's been a while since I don't even remember what the bad ending is, but he has the soul, or the demon Agni, or Aguni, possessing him. And I think it possesses you after that, and I think it's a bad ending, or maybe you just leave. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, usually the bad endings in this game aren't awful. Like, I think I remember in Arya it was like, okay...
Oh, real final boss, or real boss.
Maxim doesn't survive, or whatever. This is cool. Also, wow, it takes a lot more. I'm sure he has a lot more HP.
I'm using double.
Oh, okay. Such a cool...
Oh, yeah.
Just such a cool boss. It's also kind of set up like a Plague Knight, but it's also like a magician. Very cool looking.
Yeah, it is kind of a Plague Knight sort of thing. Alright, Paranoia. Alright, so Paranoia... Yeah, we're good. Change back to Great Ember.
So there's a fair share more of stuff you have to do once you get those 3 souls.
Yeah, there's still 4 bosses left in the game.
Oh wow! But so those 4 bosses you would still have to fight to get the bad ending, right?
No. At this point we would just fight Dario.
Okay.
And then the game would be
wow.
over.
So you could end like fairly early, all things considered.
Yeah.
Hello, killer clown from outer space. Now you're up to 31, so...
Yeah, we're not doing bad.
One hit.
Wait. Yeah, let's go that way. I always get confused here. I have most of this game memorized, but just not this.
I like this. It's like a concert slash dance hall.
Yeah, it's called the guest house, but it's a bunch of clowns in there and puppets.
And dancers. Is this Dracula's castle? I don't know if I asked that before.
No, the premise of this is so stupid. It's just the cult made this.
Okay. I don't think in the descriptions I called it Dracula's castle. I think I just called it the castle because I wasn't sure if it was. I know Dracula's literally not in this game, or at least not yet. I assume he's still dead.
Yeah, in Are Sorry, you still like traverse in Castlevania because it was like sealed in the solar eclipse or whatever stupid nonsense happening. But in this game, the castle doesn't exist. It's just this castle exists because the cult made it, and all the demons are here because what's her face just knows how to make openings to the demon realm. Oh yeah, that's it.
Did you have to get that, or was that just something you wanted to get?
I just want to get it. Look how good it is.
Whoa, buddy!
So it's less good intelligence, but at this point, intelligence doesn't matter.
What does intelligence do again?
It increases my soul damage.
Ah.
But at this point, which is still sort of useful, but we're already getting to the point where great armor isn't that useful. And we're pretty much just going to be doing Devil Clampslayus.
Trying to beat those bosses as fast as humanly possible.
Just in this, like...
Oh, in that mode, yeah.
Like, we're going to be fighting Death, like, 2 bosses from now. And, like, his sickles, just, like, touching you, take, like, 200 damage.
Wow.
And it's like, what, am I going to fight this legitimately without Devil? Or am I just going to, like, power through it with potions? It's like, there's no option.
I still think out of... Because you've done a fair share of hard mode kind of things. I still think the craziest one I remember is Kingdom Hearts 2. Whatever they call that mode.
Oh, yeah, critical mode.
Critical mode.
That's one of my favorite difficulties.
That was literally just like, here's the boss, and it's done. It's here's the boss, and we're dead.
That's one of my favorite difficulty modes because you're actually glass cannon, where this, like, you take 1,000,000 damage, but your damage is also, like, super nerfed. But
right.
I love difficulties where you can die in, like, 2 seconds, but you can also beat TFO bosses in 2 seconds.
Well, and because Kingdom Hearts, you have to use items, like, in real time. So you can't just, like... It's not like here where you can get hit a bunch, pause it, use an item, and you're okay.
Yeah, exactly.
In that one, you have to have that, second that he throws the item up in the air, you have to not be dead, so... That certainly makes a crazy glass cannon. Are they working on Kingdom Hearts 4?
Yeah, but who knows when that's coming out.
Right. It's funny, there was a bunch of games that, like, people thought would never come out and then finally came out, and some of them ended up being, like, you know, pretty solid to really good, and unfortunately Kingdom Hearts was not one of them. That's one of those games that, at least for physical copies, we always have it for both PS4 and Xbox One, like 1,000,000 copies, and it's like $15 or something like that, and like...
I mean, for a lot of people, Kingdom Hearts 3 is like one of the biggest gaming disappointments.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just funny because we still always sell, every time we get copies of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 for PS2, we always sell them, like always. Always, always, always. But Kingdom Hearts 3, there's many, many, many more copies, but like people just don't want it. So
the base game is bad, and the only good content is $30 DLC.
And I don't think they ever came out with like a complete version.
No. It's just... Yeah. I've never been a huge fan of the newer, like, saga of Kingdom Hearts. I really don't like Birth by Sleep. I really don't like Dream Drop Distance. But, like, Kingdom Hearts 3 was, like, the worst of every world all at once.
That's such a shame. Speaking of, I have no interest in this game, but a game that I thought was just vaporware forever, Skull and Bones, seems like it's going to actually come out. I think it's an Xbox exclusive? Xbox/PC, I assume.
Yeah.
Because there's, like, really no such thing as an Xbox Series X exclusive. At least that I know of. Anymore.
Yeah,
but
Microsoft is just not interested in making console
well, because even
exclusives.
for the Xbox One, they had, like, Halo 5 for a while was an Xbox console exclusive and stuff like that, and it's like, yep. But anyway, so that game's finally going to exist. Which is interesting, because I remember having that one, like, listed on our website as a TBA for, like, years. Since, like, probably 2019 or 2020.
What game I wasn't know?
Skull and Bones.
Oh, okay.
It's obviously a pirate game. I know that the beta or something is out, because RJ was playing it a couple weeks ago.
Isn't that like an Ubisoft game? Like, who cares?
Yeah. I forget if it is an Xbox exclusive. I believe it is an Ubisoft game, though. Yeah, I mean, granted, I don't remember the last time I played an Ubisoft game, to be honest with you.
They make the actual antithesis of video games I want to play.
Right. Completely not fun, requires so much time, so much effort. No thank you.
Alright, so, that's good. Yeah, Paranoia.
Alright, here's the question of the part, because Trevor's setting this up. What is a game that's been in development hell, or been developed for a while, that is the one you would most look forward to coming out? Do you have one, Trev?
Story.
Oh, alright, here we go. What took you so long? Let's finish this. I'll show you why you can't become the Dark Lord. Ha! Even Belmont was no match for me. You think a punk like you can win? Was there ever any doubt? Power is nothing if you don't know how to use it. I'll never lose to a fool dominated by his own power like you. Well, what's the point of power if you don't use it? Don't act as if you know. It's about survival of the fittest. Let's see you try to survive this time.
This is the deepest character ever written.
Pretty much.
So use Paranoia to go in the mirror to fight Aguni directly.
Okay, because otherwise this would be the ending.
Yeah. Stop using that move, dude. Okay, that's the move I want. Do it again. Piece of garbage. Yeah.
Bam!
Thank you. Hello?
Yeah, I was gonna say, come on. Wow, you have taken a lot of damage to this dude.
And I'm using double strats, dude. This guy just has a billion HP. Nice.
Wow. Anyway, to answer my question of the part, I never even played the first one, but I would really like to see Beyond Good and Evil 2 exist.
Yeah, that's one I was thinking of, but
really feel like at this point it won't.
I think no, I don't think the creator died. I think that's something else.
What do you do, punk? My power, it's gone. I destroyed the demon that fused with your soul, and your power with it. My power! Having power doesn't mean you can abuse it. Haven't you learned your lesson? You are much more than I had imagined. I came as I promised. Let's stop this stupid chase. Very well. I can agree to that. You don't seem to be too concerned about this. It's as if you knew this was going to happen. Well, who am I to say? But there is more than one way to make a Dark Lord. You don't give up, do you? There aren't any more Dark Lord candidates. That may be true, but the game isn't over just yet. Wink, the game. The center of the castle. I shall wait for you there. Another trap? I thought we were going to end this. Trust me, we will. But first, there is something that I wish you to see. I shall be waiting.
Ho, 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 ho.
When someone can just disappear at any time, then why not just do that?
So this is not in the original game. Black Panther. This is more like Arya Sorrow, where after you beat Graham in the throne room, you get Black Panther and Arya Sorrow. In Dawn of Sorrow original, you get it in the Abyss after the second to last boss. But this one they changed it to be more like Arya Sorrow, which is clearly much better. Black Panther is the best soul ever. I love using this.
So cool. See ya.